Welcome to the sneak peek inside the Clarity Room. I am Heidi Palende, and it is my pleasure to show you what sets this room apart. How is it different from other real estate workshops that you've attended? Well, we start differently because we use the simple tools that have radically changed my life. Because initially, 30 years ago, when I jumped into real estate, I was trying to fix myself. I was trying to be enough. I was trying to prove myself. And it was a lot of struggle and strain. And so we start the Clarity Room from a completely different place of I am enough. I am abundant. I allow life to flow through me. When we come into the Clarity Room, we start with a deep breath. We start by settling into our body, being present in the moment, fully arriving, knowing that your presence makes a difference. You being in the room changes the dynamics and the energy of the room. So I'm so thankful to welcome you there. And I invite you to bring all of you into that space. And that's the space where we let go of the drama, we let go of trying, we let go of striving, and we just sit down and relax and we sit in the seat of the observer. And it's a magical spot to sit. If you have never sat there before, you just start to remember your truth, that you are enough, that you already have everything that you need. And real estate is a tool that we use to circulate what is already ours, the abundance that we are. We allow it to flow through our lives. And so as we sit in the seat of the observer, before we start looking at any data, we are going to be thankful for who we are, for what we have, for the breath that comes and goes through our body. And when you start from a place of gratitude, your seeing changes. Okay, that is how we start the room. And it's not a teaching, it's just a few moments of coming into being here now, feeling the gratitude and intending to see rather than trying to make a deal happen. Once we're able to see from that position of the observer, we open up the tool that works, and I choose to use Property Radar. So everybody will be on their own Property Radar free trial, hopefully, or a paid subscription. I'll give you the link. And the reason you want to get the link from me is because I am then going to send you the real estate investors or the real estate agents playbook that gives you step-by-step directions on how to use Property Radar to your advantage to start really creating more cash flow for yourself. Once we jump into the data source, you will notice that many of the properties we look at are in pre-foreclosure. And there is a very good reason for that. Now, when a property is in pre-foreclosure, it means that somebody quit paying their bills because life happened. Nobody did anything bad or wrong. Somebody died, somebody got divorced, somebody moved on. And there's this transition period, 6 months, 9 months, maybe a year to offer win-win solutions to these people, these property owners that need to do something. Their property is going to auction, so there's some urgency which creates the opportunity. Now, we don't go through all of the options within the Clarity Room, but you can learn about them in my cash flow course if you're interested in knowing how to create more win-win solutions for people that are in pre-foreclosure. Okay, jumping on here. Now we found that property that has equity. Yay. Now what are we going to do? Realtors looking for your next listing or investors looking for your next deal, we will always start with properties that have equity, ample equity. I see that as potential energy. There's something to work with if the property has equity. If there's no equity, there's nothing to work with. And the first question we will ask ourselves is that property retail ready? Can it be sold as is, just like it is? We don't have to paint, carpet, do nothing to it. If the answer is yes, realtors, this is where your listings are coming from. These are golden opportunities to help people move forward with their lives in the most efficient way possible. Now, if the answer is no and it needs a renovation, then we need to really be honest with ourselves about how much renovation does it need? What are the costs involved? What is the time frame involved? And do we really have that to offer? When we start looking at all that is possible and how much time and money do we have available to put into this project, maybe our best option is to get that house under contract and assign it to another investor. And if we are the realtor, we can ask for the list back on that contract. Yes, they get the house ready to list for sale on the retail market. They list it with you. You do the open house after it smells good. Okay. Can we take this property subject to the existing financing? Sometimes that's an option. Can we fix and flip it if we do have the money available? Or is this more of a buy and hold situation? Is this going to make a great rental? Maybe it just needs a little carpet and paint and you could rent it out as it is. Other creative financing or solutions to these properties that I've had great success with is partnering with the seller. Sometimes the seller is willing to stay in the deal with you and partner with you to make a bigger win-win for everybody. Sometimes there's another investor, an investor friend of yours has the money, has some resources to help you put the deal together. And sometimes maybe a lease option is more your style. You don't have to take ownership of the property at all. Once we have answered all of those questions, we ask ourselves, is this property on the deals to dodge list? Do we not want to buy this property or be involved in the property because of the red flags that are so obvious? Sometimes we don't see the red flags until they are pointed out to us. At least that is my experience. Can you see how this room pays for itself? Realtors getting access to your next listing, investors knowing where your next deal is coming from, being able to run it by some other people, looking at the red flags, saying no to the wrong properties gives you a yes to the right properties. This room hopefully will also give you the confidence to know that you can do it since you've left your not enoughness at the door. This is what sets the room apart. You can collaborate with others in the room. Maybe there's a money partner in the room. Maybe there's a contractor in the room. Maybe there's somebody that wants to work with you to create a win-win solution for that seller that is distressed at the moment. Now, if you like the energy of this room, I invite you into the deal room that happens 2 weeks after the clarity room, where we look at your numbers, we look at your deal. I'm not out there finding it for you. You have the deal, you bring it to us, and then we run the numbers together. If this message resonates with you, my friend, grab the link, get your tools to move forward with your life confidently from a place of clarity in your relationship with yourself, relationship with others, and your relationship with real estate as it is. It is an amazing tool for creating wealth. You, my friend, are worth investing in. You can do it. You are enough. I look forward to seeing you inside the room.